Hello, I'm here with the news. And today we have some breaking news. Some of you may know Jake. He is one of the most popular YouTubers with over 4 million subscribers. His videos are known for being about paranormal investigations in supposedly haunted places, which is how he got his start. He joked about having a plan to escape should anything actually happen, claiming he would run and hide in the basement. Then, after what seemed like hours, the stream cut out again. This time the phone had fallen to the ground and was rolling around on the floor, still recording. It showed the shadow moving closer to the phone, stopping right in front of it. It looked almost exactly like Jake. Was it Jake? No. That was impossible. And check Jake's earlier videos, specifically the ones where he explored abandoned houses and buildings. And that's when they noticed something. Each place he visited had one thing in common. Each place he visited was empty except for him. Was it watching him from the shadows, learning his habits, biding its time? And if so, why? What do you think it wanted? We don't know. Your insights might shed some light on this perplexing case. And if you want to learn more about similar chilling mysteries, be sure to check out other videos on our channel. Until then, stay safe and keep questioning the shadows around you. Who knows, you might just uncover the next big mystery. But one thing is for sure, it got what it wanted in the end. If you're still watching, if you haven't stopped because this story was too creepy or disturbing, if you're still here, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to grow and reach more people with our stories. And if you're still here, if you're still watching, then you're part of the family. Thank you for listening. Stay safe and remember, some things are better left unknown. But when they looked closer at some of the footage, they saw something terrifying. In each video, hidden in the background, was the shadow of a man. It seemed to follow him from place to place. It seemed to know where he was going. It seemed to be watching him. But they weren't sure if it was just a mistake. Perhaps a trick of the light, perhaps some random person that just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But they couldn't be sure. So why was it mimicking his movements? Why was it pretending to be him? What was its goal? He hadn't mentioned anything that could explain why a crazed killer was stalking him, watching him, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But that wasn't the only thing they found. They also found something else. They found the moment that Jake became aware that something was following him. They went back to his video exploring the abandoned school, and when they watched it, they heard something. At first, it sounded like nothing more than wind. But if you listen closely, you can hear it. A low, raspy voice that seems to come from nowhere and nowhere. Then at 3:07 a.m., his camera glitched. There was a loud buzzing sound followed by static, and when the feed returned, Jake was gone. They watched as Jake joked around, completely unaware of whatever lurked in the darkness. What was the motive behind this brutal killing? Was it personal or random? And what about the shadow, the entity, that seems to be haunting Jake's every move? Is it a mere figment of our imagination or a sinister presence that is very real? Unfortunately, we may never know the answers to these questions. The mystery of Jake's death is likely to remain unsolved, leaving us to wonder about the darkness that can lurk even in the most unexpected places. They saw the moment his camera glitched, and he disappeared. They saw the shadow mimic his every move. And they watched in suspense as the creature moved closer to the phone and stopped right in front of it. But what they saw next shocked them. They had been watching the tip of the creature's tail poking out from under the blanket it had wrapped itself in. And then suddenly it twitched. It was breathing. Whatever this thing was, it had taken Jake's form and was hiding under a blanket. All that was left was his phone propped up against a wall, still recording. They found Jake's backpack, his wallet, his keys. All these things were found neatly arranged against the wall like someone had placed them there on purpose. But what they found next was the most disturbing. Propped open against the wall was a notebook. It was one of Jake's journals, and inside was a single note written in his handwriting. It read, "It learned my voice. It's using it now." What did he mean? Had it killed him? Was it planning on using his voice to fool his fans into thinking everything was okay when it wasn't? Or was it planning on using his voice to lure people into the abandoned asylum, only to hurt them like it had hurt Jake? The screen was dark with only the faintest glimmer coming from the flashlight, giving a bit of light to the room, but nothing could be seen in the darkness. They found his body hours later, and it was clear he was dead. Whoever or whatever had killed him had done so in a very specific way, the exact way the ghost of an axe murderer kills his victims, by smashing their skull with an axe. Now, if you watch Jake's videos, you'll know that he often jokes about dying, saying he would bring his fans a video from beyond the grave if he died while making one of his videos. But this time it wasn't funny. This time he really was dead, and whoever or whatever had killed him was still loose. The camera panned around slowly, revealing nothing. And then the worst happened. Whatever had caused the camera to glitch before seemed to be messing with the camera again. It panned to what appeared to be a corner of the room where a shadow appeared in the darkness. It seemed to tilt its head just like Jake always did when he was confused, but it wasn't Jake. It couldn't be. He was right there just a minute ago. So, who or what was this? But lately, he has moved on to different types of videos, such as reacting to horror stories or games. And he's still getting millions of views. But today we come to you not to discuss any of those videos. On October 17th, 2023, Jake posted a video titled 24-Hour Challenge, Alone in the Abandoned Asylum. It was a live stream of him spending the night in an abandoned asylum that is said to be haunted. Now, this isn't the first time Jake has spent a night in an allegedly haunted location. He's done it many times before, and his viewers are used to him laughing off supposed paranormal encounters. They've seen him shrug off footsteps when no one else was around, strange sounds in the middle of the night that couldn't be explained. Even shadows that seemed to appear and interact with him in ways that were hard to explain. This time would be no different, or so his viewers thought. The entire livestream was filled with Jake joking around, pretending to be scared and talking to his viewers. As the minutes ticked by, more and more people joined the stream, all watching and waiting to see what would happen next. When the police finally arrived, they saw the footage from the live stream. After shutting off the phone, the police searched the area. They continued searching the area, hoping to find Jake alive somewhere, but they didn't. Now, here's where things get truly disturbing. As the police were reviewing the footage, they decided to go back. They also went through his social media accounts, looking for clues, but they found none. He hadn't mentioned anything out of the ordinary. So, here's the question, was it stalking Jake? Was it waiting for him to let his guard down? As the investigation continues, and the police try to piece together the events leading up to Jake's death, we are left with more questions than answers. In the meantime, we encourage you to share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Now we have a favor to ask you.